the KidzChurch block party. What's a block party? It's a party for the whole block or the whole neighborhood or everyone who lives around you, maybe an apartment. Doesn't matter. It means an epic party, all right, with everybody invited. We're doing that because we're celebrating something super special this month. Friendship. Friendship is using your words and actions to show others that you care. So let's see what kind of friends are here with us. Hey, it's Addie and Livy and Quinn. Hi, Luke. Hi, Jewel. Hi, Gracie. What's up, Wyatt and Walker? I'm so glad you guys are all hanging out with us today. It is definitely worth throwing a crazy fun party to celebrate friendship. One of my favorite parts of throwing a party is decorating. Kind of already gotten a good start, but I think we might need a few more decorations to put up. And I thought it might be fun and kind of cool to use them and put them up while we talk about friendship. So, friendship is so important that we're throwing this party all month long so that we can celebrate it. We know that friendship is really important. It matters a lot to God. He wants us to be good friends. He wants us to share our lives with friends and people around us and people who can support us and help us. Today, we're going to look at some verses from the book of Ecclesiastes that explain why friendship is such a big deal. But first, check out our story today about two boys who don't start off quite as friends, but then realize that it's really good to choose your friend wisely and that you can be really good friends with somebody who is kind of different than you, and they can help you be the best person that you can be.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verses 9 through 12.
The writer of Ecclesiastes tells us two people are better than one. They can help each other in everything they do. Suppose either of them falls down, then the one can help the other one up. But suppose a person falls down and doesn't have anyone to help them up. Then feel sorry for that person. One person could be overpowered, but two people can stand up for themselves. And a rope made with 3 cords isn't easily broken. Let's see how this might play out in someone's life today. Jackson slid into the small school theater and took a seat in the back row and waited for Mr. Ray, the music and arts teacher. It looked like there was only one other kid who showed up to build the set for the 5th grade production of Charlotte's Web, Amal from Mrs. Wiseman's class. Hey.
Hi.
The two boys sat there in awkward silence until Mr. Ray showed up.
Ah, my set team. Fantastic. You guys know each other?
Kinda.
Different classes.
Well, you're gonna get to spend a lot of time together in the next 2 weeks as we build this set and get it painted. You guys got any experience with power tools?
Jackson could see Amal shift nervously in his seat.
No, I don't want to go on stage. Miss Wiseman said I could do this instead.
Don't worry, I'll teach you what you need to know. How about you, Jackson?
I'm pretty good with a hammer, and I didn't want to wear some silly animal costume.
The two boys basically ignored each other as Mr. Ray showed them how to measure each piece of lumber for him to cut, and then he helped them lay out the pieces in a large frame.
Now, this'll be one of the wall flats for the backdrop. We'll paint it as part of the barn. Amal, you want a hammer in these nails?
I guess.
Hold it more like this. Don't worry, you'll get it.
I'll do this side.
Jackson nailed together the entire flat while Amal still struggled with one corner.
What a klutz.
But it was a different story the next day when they started to paint.
This flat is part of our barn wall. I want you guys to paint a couple of chickens right there.
Amal grabbed a brush right away.
Oh, do you want them to look like real chickens or like cartoons?
Just give them your own personal spin.
Amal got to work right away, creating an entire palette of colors while Jackson was still trying to figure out which brush to pick.
Now, I've got to run down to the art room. Amal, why don't you show Jackson how to get started?
I don't really...
Mr. Ray smiled at them both.
He needs a hand. I think you guys will make a great team.
Mr. Ray hurried out. Jackson and Amal avoided each other's eyes.
Well, I'll sketch an outline for the chickens.
What do I do?
Just, fill it in.
I'm not really an artist.
Jackson dipped his brush randomly in the blue paint and frowned at Amal's outline.
Just have fun with it.
Jackson swiped the blue brush, outlining a wing.
I've never seen a blue chicken.
Oh.
It's great. It'll stand out.
Oh. Thanks.
By the time Mr. Ray returned, Jackson was surprised to discover that he and Amal had already painted 5 brilliant hued chickens. Mr. Ray grinned.
I've never seen a more flamboyant flock.
Jackson held out his fist to Amal, and Amal, surprised, gave him a fist bump.
Yep, see you boys tomorrow.
The next day, Amal showed up with a bruised finger on his left hand.
I can still paint with my right.
What happened?
Mr. Kunkel keeps putting me in as goalie during PE, and then I mess it up, and everyone on the team gets mad at me.
Do you stay on your toes? Keep your eye on the ball?
No. I just panic when the ball comes at me.
Look, I can show you some tips later in the parking lot, before my mom comes.
Really? That would be great.
And you know, Jackson turned out to be a pretty good teacher because Amal managed to get 2 blocks during PE the next day. And when Jackson showed up to paint sets, stressed out by a math test, Amal grabbed his textbook.
Fractions?
Ow, I see all these weird numbers and I freeze up.
You just have to break it down like this.
With Amal's help, Jackson managed to stay calm during his test the next day. And by the middle of the next week, they had completed the entire backdrop for Charlotte's Web.
Well done. I knew you two would make a great team.
Amal's pretty okay.
Jackson's not too terrible.
Look, I know you guys are really different from each other, but it's boring if all your friends are just like you.
Together, they started gathering wood scraps and wiping off brushes.
Seriously, one of the wisest men to ever live pointed this out. Solomon.
Solomon?
Yep. He's this king in the Bible. He was a builder and an artist and super rich too. But for all the things he had, you know what he valued most? Friendship. He says it like this: 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other in everything they do.
On point.
Yeah.
Amal held out his fist, and Jackson tapped it with his own. Maybe Solomon and Mr. Ray were onto something.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me.
So, why is friendship important? For one thing, we can get more done. As we read in Ecclesiastes, 2 people are better than 1. They can help each other in everything they do. Just like our guys in our story, Jackson and Amal, right?
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3.
What else? Suppose one of you falls down. The other one can lift you up. But what if somebody falls down and there's no one there to lift them up? We've got to feel sorry for that person. Friends also help each other. You know what else? Friends stand up for each other. One more from Ecclesiastes. About standing up for each other. One person might prevail against another, but 2 will withstand 1.
Lean on me when you're strong, and I'll be a friend.
Finally, friends can trust Jesus together. It says, a rope out of 3 cords isn't easily broken. See, friends, when they're together, they're so much stronger. When you put a rope with another rope, it makes it so much stronger. A single rope can break, right? But when you put the three together, that's the best, okay? And that can just be friendship if you have one too, but I think that there's something else in the Bible about that 3-cord rope. Your friendship can be really strong when it's just you and your friend. But when you invite Jesus into that friendship as the third strand, that's when that friendship becomes the strongest. In these verses that we read from Ecclesiastes, we can find 4 important things that are true about friends, right? Friends get more things done. They help each other, they stand up for each other, and they can trust Jesus together. We should try to be friends with everyone, kind to everyone. But of course, all of us have friends who we choose to spend most of our time with, right? If not all of it. When it comes to the people who are the closest to us, it's really important to find friends who will help you trust God and follow Jesus. Your closest friends should be able to help you love God and love others. That's why our bottom line this week, you should choose your friends carefully. And remember, you should also choose to be that kind of friend to people as well. So right now, let's pray and let's ask God to help us with good friendships that will help us grow closer to Him. Please pray with me. Dear God, thank you for giving us the gift of friendship. We know that we can't go through this life alone. Friends really do help each other in so many ways. We want to have friendships that help us grow closer to you every day. We know that we need to make the wise choice when it comes to choosing our friends. So please give us your wisdom. We love you and we ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so our project today is all about those 3 strands, okay? It's called Braider's Gonna Braid. Okay, and all you need are braiding materials. This could be really almost anything. It could be rope, it could be embroidery thread, pipe cleaners, golly, even cooked spaghetti, all right? So here's what you do. You start by tying or twisting the ends together. Then you separate your 3 strands out. Then you take the strand on the far right and lay it over the strand in the middle. Now that one becomes the middle strand and the middle one becomes the far right strand. Next, lay the far left strand over the middle strand. Now that one is the new middle strand. Then you just repeat. So we have all different kinds of braids, right? They could be used for all different kinds of purposes. Wonder why you would need a pipe cleaner braid. What do you think? Could be a bracelet, pencil holder, maybe a zip pull on your backpack. What about the one with the thread? Like a bracelet you could give to somebody? What about the spaghetti braid? Pizza topping? I don't know what we can do with that one, but you can braid almost anything. All right, we learned today how great it is to have friends who help us in lots of different ways. Friendship is like having that strong braided rope that we can lean on, that we can depend on when we need it. And it's also being able to offer that kind of help and strength to the people around us. In our activity, we had some ropes that were really strong and durable, right? And some that were only good for like 1, maybe 2 situations, like the spaghetti, right? Maybe a good snack, but not the rope that you want to help you climb like a rock wall, okay? Or probably not one that you want to use to wrap up a present. Okay, it's okay to have different friendships too. I have different friendships. We all have different friendships, okay? But I can't wait to learn more about being a good friend with you this month. Remember, the first rule of friendship is that you should choose your friends carefully. Whether they're friends on a team who cooperate together or try to win, or your buddy who plays with you every afternoon in the neighborhood. Somebody you can talk to. Think about how to be a really great friend to one another. Our memory verse this month comes from Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 17. Will you read it with me? A friend loves at all times. They are there when trouble comes. You guys, friends really makes life so much better, right? They allow us to get more done. They help us. They stand up for us. And they can help us follow Jesus. That's why it's so important to do this. Choose your friends carefully. Can you say that one with me? Because it's so important. Choose your friends carefully. So think about your closest friends. Do you help each other? Do you stick up for each other? Do your closest friends help you to trust and follow Jesus? After all, you guys, Jesus is the ultimate friend who is always with you, and he wants to be your best friend forever. So let's be sure to choose our friends carefully and also to treat our friends carefully. After all, one of the best ways to find a friend is to be a friend. All right, you guys, we are just getting started here with our Kids Church block party. So let's keep the fun going next week. And guess what? Everyone's invited. See you then. Peace and love.